Time for baseball under the Tropicana Field Dome in St. Pete. It's the home opener of this new season between the New York Yankees and the Tampa Bay Rays. Folks around here in high spirits. Matt Vasgersian with you on a day that's been circled on their calendars since about midwinter. I'm joined by Dan Plesac. And Dan, as we get things going this season, it's pitching that has to be key if this team's going to have success.
Just like any team, pitching is going to be a key factor for this ball club as the year plays out. I'm sure the staff will have its ups and downs, but if they can pitch like they can, I think this team is going to be pretty successful.
All right. The stage is set. The starters get their final tosses in out in the bullpen, and we've got a good one in store for you, folks. Play-by-play is coming up next. MLB The Show has baseball coming your way from Tropicana Field here in St. Petersburg. Today, it's the home opener for this new season between the New York Yankees and the Tampa Bay Rays. And Harold, the Rays, as they begin play here this afternoon, all you can really say is they've been on one heck of a run.
Well, Matt, it's nice to wake up in a day game and know your ace is going to be on the mound. It's just one of those win days. Seems like you got to the park early, and before you know it, the game's going to be over, and you're going to have a W.
Now to the plate, Delino DeShields. He brings a rather ugly 230s batting average into this one. So let's take a peek at our umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Woody Keller.
Matt, I got to be totally honest here. With Woody Keller behind the dish, don't be too surprised you have a few questionable calls. It's not that he's consistently off, but I've been told it seems like he has a fairly tall strike zone. We'll keep an eye out for that.
Lays off a fastball, but it's over for a strike. 2-1.
Frozen with a high fastball there. We'll see if they try to climb the ladder even more on the next pitch.
Never tempted to swing at that ball down low. It's ball 3.
Part of the order on deck, so keeping this two-hole hitter off the bags is always important.
Into his motion. Here comes the 3-1. And he lays off here, ball 4, and he'll become the game's first base runner here with one away. Here's Chris Carter now. First shot for him here with a runner at first now and one away. Prior to the at-bat, a check on first, and he just manages to get his hand in. From the stretch, and a pitch out, nothing doing though, and that's ball 1. Now a move over to first, and a dive, but he's back in. And again a throw, and he has to dive, but he's back in easily. One 1-0 pitch on the way. A pretty healthy hack that time. It's 1-1.
Now that is power. You want to challenge me? I'm giving him a big swing. That was the big swing right there. I loved it.
Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. Tried to crush that ball, and now perhaps needs to shorten up with 2 strikes. Here's a look over to first, and he'll get dirty, but he's back in safely. Here's Archer on 1-2. Got him swinging. Chased it well out of the zone, and there are 2 gone. So stepping in, Gary Sanchez. The average for him entering play sits down in the 250s. Here comes the first pitch. A fastball, and he swings through it to fall behind. 2 out with the man at first. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
0-2 with this guy. This could be the worst scenario you want. He's got 4 pitches that he can throw for strikes now. You really don't know what to look for when you're the hitter.
On its way, the 0-2 pitch. And that slider's almost in the dirt.
back-to-back sliders away. Now I think you have to think about running something hard in. Not a good idea to throw a good hitter the same pitch 3 times in a row.
Pitch misses low. The throw down. He's in there easily as the throw bounces on the way down.
Good steal of second there, and that really sets up the middle of this order to drive in a run and break this scoreless ball game. Always great if you can score first early in the game.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
Well, we're playing cat and mouse already in the first inning. Look, I know it's a 3-ball count, but I don't think he's pitching around him because look at the on-deck circle. That guy's a pretty good hitter, too.
Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Standing in, Kevin Kiermaier. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
And leading up for the Rays, center fielder, Kevin
Low for ball
Kiermaier.
1. Well, this Yankee ball club entering play this afternoon here, Harold. They come in looking to turn things around as they've dropped 2 straight.
Well, Matt, I mean, the simple way to put it, they lost their last game. This is where baseball comes the best to me, where all the cliches come in. You got to have a short-term memory, and you really do. The game's over. You can't do anything about it. You got to come back today and play better and win.
Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. And he looks at a cold strike 3 as the cut fastball's in there, and that's out number 1. Set to get his day started, Matt Duffy. And it's been a real struggle for him with the bat so far this year, looking to get things turned around in a hurry. In there, strike 1. The windup and the 0-1. Right on the corner, a fastball that he takes for a strike.
Well, it's awful difficult, Matt, to hit when you find yourself down 0-2, but particularly when you haven't even swung the bat yet. Now you're in protect mode, and you haven't taken 1 swing.
And this is taken for the out.
Third, left fielder, Corey Dickerson.
So coming to the plate, Corey Dickerson. Batting average is a likely source of pride for him, currently sitting in the high 320s. They'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball 1. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. Swinging a ball hit on the ground, but a foul ball, 1-1. 1-1, here it comes. 1-1 pitch is in the air now out to left field. Taking it in there is Hicks for the final out of the inning. Nothing in the Tampa first. On to the second now from Tropicana. Still 0-0. Here's big Aaron Judge.
Leading off for the Yankees,
his average for the year
right
sits in the 280s entering play.
Aaron Judge.
And this will be fouled away. The windup and the 0-1. And that misses 1-1. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Tries to change up on him there, but it's a ball. 2-1. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Rasmus has a read on it. 1 down. Here's Starlin Castro, and he is proving to be something of a non-threat with the bat in his hands this year. The average isn't pretty. Sent on the ground out to second and into center field as he's aboard with a 1-out single.
When you're struggling, you'll look for anything. Been off to a little bit of a cold streak. He didn't hit it hard, but that's a big one to build on.
Aaron Hicks.
Into the box now, Aaron Hicks, as he'll get caught chasing a bad one there at strike 1. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. One strike now from Archer. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. A step on the bag for one, and it's not in time as he's in well ahead of the throw. Here's Didi Gregorius, and a quick glance at the numbers will tell you it's been a huge struggle for him at the plate this year. Here comes the first pitch. Now a swing at a ball popped in the air back behind short. Duffy will put this one away, and the side. In now, Evan Longoria. He's got that average up near the 340 mark to start play, so he's liable to have an impact in this one as well. And a ball 1-0. Longoria waiting on the 1-0. And this is fouled back and out of play.
Well, he fouls off that fastball right there, and you wonder, does he love his fastball enough to come back with it 3 times in a row?
Looked like he was on that one, but it's 1-2.
Well, he's just 2 outs into his major league debut on the mound, and so far he doesn't seem nervous or like he's trying to do too much. That's easier said than done.
And no offer that time from Longoria. It's back to 2-2 now. And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning.
All right, here's how the Yanks line up defensively. Brought to you by Majestic. And yes, they move players all over the field. They love to shift heavily into the analytics and really apply it to their club. You'll see guys moving all over the field today.
Ben Zobrist is at the plate here as he quickly finds himself down a strike. It's 0-1. That's taken. Now it's 0-2. Now a ball lined to the left side, but this will be a foul ball. Bottom of the second here with no score. And that one stayed too low apparently.
On 0-2, you'll sometimes get a guy to chase a fastball out of the zone away or up. But when it's way down like that, it's much easier to lay off because you can tell the ball is moving further away from eye level as it comes in.
That's probably not what he wants to do with 2 strikes right there with the fastball. He was fortunate he just fouled it off.
And the changeup just missed the inside corner. He spoils another one, and will do it again. Keeps fighting him off. The 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. And he finally wins the battle as this is swung on and missed for the second out. Here's the catcher, Wilson Ramos. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch-out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. And he gives this one a pretty good ride down the left field line. And that nearly broke our scoreless tie. Instead, it's a foul ball. And the slider stayed low apparently for a ball. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Cue shot here out toward short. Throw on to Carter gets him to retire the side. Back for the top of the 3rd here at the Trop as we give you a look there at nearby Clearwater Beach.
Yankees, the designated hitter, Tyler Austin.
And this will find the seats behind the first base dugout. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Takes a knee-high fastball. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Fouled back. And now a pitch on the way. 0-2 is a fastball that misses inside. 1-2 now. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Sharp slider that time. Just missed inside. And here's a ball hit in the air. Morrison is there for it. 1 out.
Up next for the Yankees.
Here's the center fielder, Jacoby Ellsbury. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Now the pitch home to Ellsbury. And a fastball close, but ultimately ruled a ball. 1-0. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. Swinging a hard hit ball down the line in right. And that gets down, and we'll see if that's extra bases. Throwing to second. But he'll be in there with a double.
Well, he was definitely not looking off speed on that pitch. I'll tell you, he had to be sitting on a fastball on that one because it's coming in hot, and he still manages to get out front of that and yank it for 2 bases.
Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Slider taken here. 1 ball, 1 strike.
That's some good hitting right there. Great eyes. I mean, to recognize that and lay off it right now, that was nice.
Good lead off his second there. Now the pitch. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. 3rd inning, no score to this point. A fastball here, and this is softly hit and fouled off to the left. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Swinging a soft liner. A diving try, but it's through into the outfield. And the runner from second will stay put at third, so they're runners at the corners now with 1 away.
2 strikes on him, and he flips one out to center field. You couldn't have thrown that any better.
In now, Chris Carter. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Now a throw over to first, and he'll dive back in safely. One 1-0 pitch on the way. Now it's 2-0.
Great chance right here as a hitter to be aggressive. You could pretty much count on a pitcher. He's trying to get back in the strike zone. And with 2 guys on base right here, it's time to grip it and rip it.
And he'll dive back in. Runners are at the corners with 1 man out. He's running towards second. Pitch swung on and missed. The throw. And it skips in as he steals the bag easily. Ready to deal. Here's the 2-1. That gets down. He's got himself a base hit. And the runner from third crosses the plate. But he's safe at third as he's able to scramble back.
Well, he comes up with the big RBI hit right there and puts them ahead in this ball game. If they can keep a lead, get to that bullpen, they got a shot to win this game.
Standing in now, Gary Sanchez. Turned on down the line. And he tries for the backhand reach at third, but it gets by the glove down the line. And this will get in there too late. He's in there at third. And he'll reach second now with 1 away.
Number 99, Aaron
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Aaron Judge. He's got a chance to add to this early lead as he'll bat with a couple of guys in scoring position. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1. The 1-0 delivery. And he jumps at a changeup, a swing and a miss. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner.
His pitch count is getting up there in the inning now. He needs to get this frame over with sooner than later, so forcing contact and getting the defense involved is probably the best thing he can do.
In the dirt and blocked behind the plate. So he'll keep those runners where they are, but the count moves to 3-1. Ready on 3-1. Here it comes. And this will get over his glove as he couldn't quite get up all the way. It's a base hit. In to score, the runner from third. And the second run will score. It's now a 4-0 game.
You simply cannot offer up a pitch like this to a hitter of this guy's magnitude, especially with runners on the bags. He makes a living off frozen ropes to the outfield like this, and that one drives in a pair.
Into the box, Starlin Castro, as he'll look at a fastball too high for ball one. 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. Here's the 1-0. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone. 4 runs here in this half inning. Two and one.
Well, I think he just kind of lost focus on the mound right there. It's clearly not going his way, and he's thinking more about that than the task at hand. And right now he needs to think about this hitter.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. And this will ricochet off of him on the mound. Throw to first, but he's safe. And now the stadium's attention turns back to the man on the mound.
Well, that's called smelling a base hit right there. He beats out an infield single. Not everybody hustles out of the box, but he darn sure knew he better, and he did.
Into the box now, Aaron Hicks. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball one. 1-0. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. And this one's too far inside, ball 2. And action now in the Tampa Bay pen as it looks like a right-hander's begun to get loose. Ready with the 2-0 pitch. Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out.
Well, he's out in front of that changeup. I tell you what, he had to honor the fastball. The fastball, the pitch before, and back with the changeup. That's a great combination.
This is line to left. Catch made in left. Here comes the runner for the plate. And they'll extend their lead even further as the run from third is in to score.
Boy, this one looked like it was headed for extra bases off the bat. Instead, a line drive bullet caught in the alley, but he does end up getting a sacrifice fly.
In now, Didi Gregorius. Pulled toward right center field. On the move is Kiermaier. He makes the play. A great catch on the run to retire the side. So a very good outburst. At the plate, Logan Morrison. 7, 8, and 9 to start the home third.
Not much going on offensively so far for these guys. 6 up, 6 down. We'll see if the bottom part of the lineup can get something going.
Well, the home crowd seems a little restless, so I'm sure they'd appreciate it. Fought off at the plate as it's chopped foul. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning. Set to get his day started, Colby Rasmus. And it's been a real struggle for him with the bat so far this year, looking to get things turned around in a hurry. And they go right after him on the inside corner for strike 1. Here's the 0-1. A fastball that just misses inside.
Boy, good inside fastball right there. Trying to tie the hitter up, trying to keep him from getting those arms extended. A pitcher's pitch.
1-2 now. Ball 2. 1 out, nobody on. Fastball didn't miss by much, and it's a full count now. 3-2. And he struck him out as well. So the bottom of the order providing little resistance here, and there are 2 away.
Batting ninth.
Stepping into the box, Tim Beckham. He enters play hitting down in the 240s for the year. In there, and it's 0-1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. There's a fastball that just misses. Ball 1. Here's the 1-1 delivery. Foul right at the plate. The count moves now to 1-2.
Matt, he's 1 pitch away from striking out the side. Now that's a shutdown inning. Your team gets your runs, and then you go back and shut them down.
Outside and low that time. Now it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 out, nobody on. And now Beckham swings and lifts a high fly ball with good carry on it out to deep left field. And that one is gone on a 2-strike count with 2 away in the inning. Standing in, Kevin Kiermaier.
Center fielder, Kevin Kiermaier.
Line drive snagged on a short hop. Throw on to Carter gets him to retire the side. Striding in once again, Tyler Austin. And Dan, I'm sure the starter on the mound would like to hit the rewind button on that last inning.
Oh, no doubt about that, Mac. That was a really rocky frame, but clearly not enough to chase him from this game. We'll see if he's still shaking a bit or if he's able to put this behind him.
Now here it comes. Swung on and missed on a pitch at the thumbs. A ball and a strike. Here's Zobrist now at second. Throw to first in time. 1 gone here in the 4th.
Now batting, center fielder.
Here's the center fielder, Jacoby Ellsbury. He doubled earlier in the game. 1 for 2 to this point. Ball 1. Ellsbury waiting on the 1-0. Slider stayed too low. Ball 2. 5-1 our score as we play the 4th here. And this one will be out of play off to the left. Set to deliver on 2-1. Hit hard up the middle. And that'll get on through into center, and he's got himself a 1-out hit.
Well, that wasn't a very good pitch to hit, but there's a lot of hits up the middle. Dropped the bat head on it, stayed with it, and just took it back up the box.
Delino, the shield.
First things first, here's a throw over. Runner back safely. And here's the 2nd-generation big leaguer Delino DeShields. Throw over to the bag, and the runner back safely. Runners on first with 1 down. And that swung on and missed on a pitch down. 1-1.
This is the situation where there's a lot of pressure on the infielders if the ball's put in play on the ground. Both the guy at first and at the plate are burners, so a double play is going to be tough. Even getting 1 out could be a challenge.
High in the air out to center field. Kiermaier is there. 2 gone. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up. Ready now, Chris Carter. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. He's set. Here it comes. And a pitch out, but Ellsbury stays put. 5 runs, 8 hits, and no errors for the Yankees so far. And a good spot for that pitch as it's chopped foul. Now a move over to first. A dive, but he's back. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. A fastball down near the shoe tops. He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. To 2-2 now. Trying to send him packing for the 2nd time. And a slider swung on and missed, and the side is retired. Ready for another chance? Matt Duffy. He's
Leading off
0
the
for
fourth
1
inning,
thus far.
The shortstop, Matt
And he
Duffy.
lays off there 1-0. The pitch. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. Here's the 1-1 delivery. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. Hit on the ground to third. Gregorius is there. 1 away.
He's out.
The left fielder, number 10. Corey
Digging in now, Corey
Dickerson.
Dickerson comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Took a little off, and it's in for a called strike 1.
You know, Matt, he's having great success, but I can't say it's because of the first pitch strike. Now, that's over 60% of the time he's throwing that for a strike, but usually to have this kind of success, you would think the ratio would be much higher.
Throw gets him, 2 down. Digging in for his second at bat, Evan Longoria. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Longoria will take the turn and head for second now. And he will pull into second with a 2-out double.
Wow, he must be living right because he gets absolutely jammed. Thought we were going to see the bat splintered, but instead he muscles the ball to right for a double. Might get some heckles from his teammates, but no doubt he'll take it.
Halfway to 100 pitches. Here it is.
No,
That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike.
There is a base open here, so the option to work around him is there if they want to go that route.
And a slider misses here. 2 balls and a strike. 1 run, 2 hits, and no errors for Tampa Bay so far. Now a ball hit hard toward first, and nothing will come of the 2-out double. Danny Farquhar is going to take over here in inning number 5. So it'll be a bullpen game from here on out.
Danny Farquhar.
Gary Sanchez is in for the 3rd time as he swings and misses at that one. It's 0-1. Here comes the 0-1. Tapper right back to the mound. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away.
Now batting, right fielder.
Ready once again, Aaron Judge. 1 for 2 with a double on his line thus far. And the pitch. Righty against righty as this is taken for a ball. It's 1. No. One 0 count. Here it is. Just a bit jumpy that time. Swung on and missed. Ready with the 1-1 pitch. Changeup gets him out in front for strike 2.
I really like how the catcher and the pitcher are reading swings. The pitch before, big power swing. Then they pull the string on him and get him out in front early. He has no idea what's coming now.
Just a bit low. Tough call, but it's 2-2. Ready with the 2-2. And this is swung on and missed, so it's 2 up, 2 down to start the 5th. Here's Starlin Castro. 2 base hits, both singles to this point.
Shortstop, Starlin Castro.
First pitch of the at-bat. And here's a first pitch curveball that bounces on him there. It's ball 1. And now a pitch on the way. Just missing here, 2-0. 3-0 now. Aaron Hicks would be next. He's set. Here's the 3-0. And this is taken low for ball 4, and they'll have themselves a 2-out base runner here after all. Digging in to try it again, Aaron Hicks. He hit a sac fly earlier. And that misses for ball 1. It's a 5-1 game here in inning number 5. Swinging a high pop-up back onto the outfield grass now. And as it turns out, the 2-out walk doesn't come around to haunt him as that ends the inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 man left on. Last half of the 5th coming up. Here's the catcher, Wilson Ramos. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Catcher Wilson.
Fastball in there for a called strike. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And boy, big problems here to start this at bat. It's 0-2 now.
Oh, that was a tough pitch to lay off of. He took this hack at that slider. He thought it was going to be over the plate. It just kept running away.
Pulls this one in the air out to left. Here's Hicks to put it away, and that's out number 1.
First baseman number 7.
Striding into the box, Logan Morrison comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Now a swing, and he pops him up right up the chute. This may be tough behind the plate, and he'll stay with it to put it away as they get their man here for the 2nd out.
The batter
now at the plate, Colby Rasmus. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Fastball that gets the inside corner. Strike 1.
Well, that's 2 quick outs, and he's got a low pitch count. Really being aggressive in the zone has forced him to swing the bats. He's economically low in that pitch count. He's got a chance to go deep in the game. He's not messing around this inning. He's attacking the zone. He's showing lots of confidence. He's 0-2 on this hitter after having 2 quick outs. Nice job. Well, when you're hitting with 2 strikes, you're just in battle mode. Right there, he gets a breaking ball, fouled it off.
A swing and a miss. That return.
Didi Gregorius.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. 8, 9, and 1 to start the inning as the first pitch misses for ball 1. 1-0 pitch on the way. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. Ready with the 2-0. Line towards center field. But this will hang up a bit too long as it's taken in chest high for the first out. Digging in once again, Tyler Austin. 0 for 2 on his line thus far. Here comes the first pitch. Hit in the air to left field. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
Now batting.
Digging in and looking for more, Jacoby Ellsbury. 2 for 3 with a double on his line so far. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. And the third baseman will have a look at it, but this is back into the seats. The set and the 1-1 pitch. Good changeup that time, but he wouldn't bite on it. Set to deliver on 2-1. The knee buckler, and he swings and misses at it. He's set. Here's the 2-2. 3-2 now.
Well, that pitch was like a backdoor cutter, if you will. It starts well off the plate and almost cuts back to the corner. That's a tough pitch to hit if you could throw it for a strike.
Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. chop foul over towards the coaching box. Another payoff pitch. Another one sent foul.
He's just fouling them off till he gets something he wants to hit. That is the 4th foul ball of this AB right here. He's seeing a lot of pitches.
Now the pitch home to Ellsbury. Line drive to center field. So he'll add 1 to his total as that falls in. He's got 3 hits in this one.
Well, he came to play this game. That base hit right there hit really hard. That makes him 3 for 4 on the day. What a day for him.
Stepping in now, Delino DeShields, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. In the dirt here, and the runner will stay put, but the count moves to 2-0. 2-0 pitch on the way. I had him guessing that time as he's barely able to foul it away.
Well, they got him in the rocking chair right now. A little changeup, followed up with the fastball. He's a little late with that swing. I may go back with another changeup.
Heading out towards shallow right. On the move is Rasmus. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. The Yanks leave 1. Trying to pick things up where we left off, Tim Beckham. He'll start things out in the 6th for a lineup that really hasn't found its groove in this one.
Yeah, only 2 hits so far, Matt, and not very many hard hit balls either. We'll see if they can start making some adjustments.
Well, that'll get your head shaking at the plate. That's a pitch he hasn't used much in this game. Now he throws that for a strike, and you add that to the rest of his repertoire. Man, it's tough to cover them all.
Ground ball sent back up the middle. Castro to his left. He's there. Throw on to first in time. 1 away.
Now batting.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Kevin Kiermaier. 0 for 2 here to start the afternoon. And he just gets a piece there as this is chopped foul. The windup and the 0-1. This is on the ground over to first. And he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted.
The batter number 5, shortstop.
Ready once again, Matt Duffy. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. And that misses inside 1-0.
Well, that was 2 quick outs right there, getting those guys in front of him, but now the 2-hitter comes to the plate. Right here, you look to either get on base any way you can, hit a gapper, anything, because you want those big boys coming up next. That's 2 close pitches right there, and he just laid off him. I think he's sitting on 1 specific pitch, and he hasn't gotten it yet.
There's a changeup over the outside corner. Think he held up in time, but that becomes moot as it's a called strike 2.
You know, when a guy starts to get tired, you often see their breaking stuff start to flatten out, but that's not the case here. Still has really nice finish on that slider, as we just saw.
Carter is there, and the side is retired. Brad Boxberger is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7. Here's Chris Carter now. He'll match up with a new pitcher to begin their half of the 7th. Now a fastball as he has to lean out of the way there.
Whoa, that'll get your attention. First pitch out of the bullpen, and it's a fastball inside, nearly hits the batter. Everybody's on edge right now.
And a strike to even the count. 1-1. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just folded a little foul. 1-2. Here it comes. And another foul ball.
Well, I think he's trying to get that 2-strike fastball out of the zone. Just caught too much of the plate right there. Fortunately, he fouled it off instead of putting it in the seats.
And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2.
Seems like he's thrown everything at him, the kitchen sink, and he just fouled them off. So he tried to throw something right there and make him chase, and he didn't. So I don't know where he goes from here.
Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. The 2-2 one more time. Again, he sends it out of play. Another 2-2 offering. Not where he wanted that fastball to be, and it's 3-2 now.
Matt, this has been a fun at bat to watch. I mean, look, it's been throw a strike, I foul it off. Throw a strike, I foul it off. I want to see how this ends.
Hit the other way out toward right field. On the move is Rasmus. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
Now batting, catcher.
Digging in to try it again, Gary Sanchez. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. First pitch is a changeup for a called strike. Bases are empty, one man out. Swing and a miss, and he's in control. 0-2. Two quick strikes, and now the 0-2. And a swing and a miss here, so it's a quick 2 outs to start the 7th. Here's big Aaron Judge. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. That's popped up out towards short right field. And Morrison will make the catch, and that ends the inning. Striding in once again, Corey Dickerson. He'll start things out here in the bottom of inning number 7. Ooh, started him with the change, and it's 0-1.
Well, that's another first pitch strike right there. Now he's over 70% so far in this game.
There's a swing and a high deep drive headed for the right field corner. Nearly a big fly to start the inning. Instead, a foul ball. And the slider stayed low apparently for a ball.
Pretty good pitch and a great take there. There's not a lot you could do with that slider breaking down and in unless you can catch it way out front and hook it down the line. You see a lot of swinging misses on those.
And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out. In is the third baseman, Evan Longoria. 1 for 2 with a double on the ledger so far. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
He's been doing a nice job out there on the mound, but the deeper you get into the game, the more the hitters have seen you. This is the part of the lineup that he has to be really careful with.
On to first, and a sigh of relief as Longoria's retired easily for the second out.
Second baseman, number 18, Ben Zobrist.
Here's Ben Zobrist now. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout in this one. Good bite to the slider, and he takes strike 1. The 0-1 pitch. Ooh, and heads up as this is pulled foul.
Well, he got a piece of that breaking ball right there. That's the second one he's seen in a row now, and he fouled that one off. Let's see if he comes back with a third one. 3 in a row.
Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball.
Well, that's a smart miss there. Sometimes guys will chase it down there, especially when they're in protect mode on an 0-2 count.
And he struck him out, his 8th punch out of the ball game, and that one ends the inning. Ready for another shot now, Starlin Castro. He'll have the first crack at it here as we start inning number 8.
Castro.
Swing and a miss at a first pitch changeup, 0-1.
That's a big pitch right there. Now he's got him 0-1. And he still may not be comfortable. Even 0-1, he's still a pretty good hitter when he's down the count. This is a big pitch right here.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And a check swing here, but the bat clearly breaks the plane as he's set down for the first out. Ready for another chance, Aaron Hicks. He's got an RBI despite an 0 for 2 effort to this point. Good downward action there, and it's 0-1.
Well, he swung right through that on that changeup. The changeup is a tough pitch to swing at for the first pitch because you haven't measured his velocity yet, so you don't know what you're going to see coming your direction.
A swing and a shot hit down the corner. Dickerson sprinting after it. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out.
The batter, third baseman.
Here's Didi Gregorius. He lined out in his last trip, so looking for better fortunes here. Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball. 5-1 our score as we play the 8th. Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one. Hitters count. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Grounded back up the middle. On to Morrison at first, and that ends the inning. Nothing across. Here's the catcher, Wilson Ramos. He leads off their half of the 8th, and they've been unable to get that starter out of the game to this point.
Yeah, he settled in early on the mound, partly due to the lead his guys gave him to take some of the pressure off. He's taken that and pitched very effectively in this one. Objective number 1 right here is finding a way to get on base. So I'm not surprised to see him taking on the first pitch there.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Swinging a ball hit well to the right side, but this will get into the crowd.
Oh, he might have got away with one. 2-strike breaking ball that ended up being in the zone. I think he probably wanted that out of the zone, but fortunately, he just fouled it off.
And he goes up the ladder on him, but he lays off 1-2. Lifted in the air to straightaway left. Hicks is under it, makes the play, 1 away.
Now batting, first baseman, Logan Morrison.
Into the box now, Logan Morrison, 0 for 2 on the afternoon so far. And that's inside for a ball, 1-0.
Boy, they've been just getting shut down right here. Been a while since they've even had a runner on. So I think it's time to start looking for ways to make some things happen. Drop a bunt, get up on the plate, something.
Here it comes. 2-0. And he watches this one in there for a high strike. And the pitch on 2-1. Bounce to the right into the loaded up infield. DeShields from shallow right, and he'll whip this one over to first, and he gets his man for the second out.
Next for Tampa Bay, right fielder Colby Rasmus.
Striding in, Colby Rasmus, and they're down to their final 4 outs here, Dan.
Yeah, it's not looking too good for them right now, Matt. They've got a significant hill to climb, but they've got to take it one bat at a time. A couple of guys get on, and then who knows what could happen.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. A wave and a miss, a tick behind a good fastball.
He's feeling it out there on the mound, just getting the ball and throwing it with a lot of confidence right now.
And he gets a piece of this one to foul it toward the backstop. Here comes another 0-2. A fastball that just misses inside. Trying to strike him out for the 3rd time. And he's got himself another one as he picks up strikeout number 9 here, and the side is Jumbo Diaz. Enters from the pen to start the 9th inning. As he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the 9th. Tyler Austin is the batter now as he looks at a ball, 1-0. 1-0 pitch on the way. Swung on and missed, outclassed by that fastball for a strike. He's set. Here comes the 1-1 down the 3rd baseline, but this will get foul. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
Well, he's out in front of that breaking ball right there. Not surprised. I was after that fastball. Nice job of pitching, kind of keeping him off balance.
Now a fastball taken outside here as it moves it to 2-2 now.
That's a big fastball, obviously, and we're going to see this reliever throw it a lot.
And a swing and a miss. Good pitch there for the 1st out here in the 9th. Here's the center fielder, Jacoby Ellsbury. He's got 3 hits, including a double to this point.
Jacoby Ellsbury.
He's set, and the pitch. Grounded, fouled off to the right side. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. And now a pitch on the way. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. 1 out, nobody on. Three and one now as that misses down and in.
Call didn't go his way on 2-1, but it's important here on 3-1 to still make a quality pitch. You have to have the mindset that you're still the one in the driver's seat.
Set to deal. Here's the 3-1. Hit hard to third. Longoria's there. Throw to first will be in time to take care of Ellsbury, and there are 2 gone now.
Up next for the Yankees.
Stepping in, Delino DeShields. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. First delivery to him on the way. A high fastball is in there. 2 out, nobody on. A wave and a miss.
Now that's a nice pitch. He ran that in there about mid-90s and put it past him.
The 0-2 home. And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2.
Hey, good pitch right there with the bases empty. Why not take a shot? Throw that breaking ball in the dirt and see if he'll chase after it.
Sliced hard but foul. Look out over there. Now another 1-2. And he'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. And he struck him out. So a good pitch there, and now they're going to need to string some hits together in this last at-bat. 1, 2, 3 go the Bombers. They lead this one, though, 5-1. Tim Beckham will stand in again as we take you back to earlier in the ball game. This one swing here has been the entire offense to this point, as this home run accounted for the only run they've tallied so far. Awfully close with the slider there, but it's 1-1. Changed things up on him, and he got him to swing through it. 1-2 now. Looking for his 10th strikeout. Here's the pitch. Swung on, and he went fishing in the dirt. And the throw is there to record the first out.
Well, you know you made a real nice pitch when you bounce it in the dirt and you still get the hitter to swing at it. That tells me that there's a lot of deception in that pitch right now.
Standing in, Kevin Kiermaier. As he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. This is pulled into right. Judge is there, and quickly 2 are gone here, and it's not looking good for the home 9.
Well, this one was squared up pretty good, but just like pitchers give up hits on well-executed pitches, batters make outs on balls they couldn't have hit much better.
Standing in now, Matt Duffy, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. And this is going to be fouled into the diamond level seats. Little dribbler down the line. That rolls foul, so a good job to fight it off and stay alive.
I like the pitch right there. Got it to chase a fastball out of the zone. I'd come back with it again.
Now a ball lined toward the gap in left center. Hicks is there. Makes the catch, and the ball game is over.
Yeah, they could only manage 2 hits against him the entire game, so they were never really in a position to even challenge him. Rock solid win and a memorable performance.
5-1 the final total in today's game. Luis Severino notches his 3rd win of the year.